I sold a couple of paintings to a guy, and he asked me to go fix them on his wall because he did not know how. So I went, put the paintings on the wall, and showed him how to do it in the meantime. But I couldn't help but think, how can a grown man not know how to do that? It's so simple. Although what seems super simple to you might not be so obvious to someone else. We all have different skill sets, interests, and one can't know everything, especially if no one ever showed you how to do it. So of course the next logical course of action was to fall into the rabbit hole of skills everyone should know how to do. And here we are. Turns out that there's a lot of shit I should know how to do that I don't. So here are 30 of the most popular skills everyone should know how to do, according to the internet. Number 1 on the list would be small homework that does not require the need to hire a professional, like putting up a frame or a shelf. It's kind of satisfying to not rely on anyone to decorate your place or to fix something. Obviously, knowing the structure on your wall is somewhat important, so you know if you use a short or a longer screw, if you're gonna use some anchors or not. Once you figured out where you want your frame, just put the screw in. Please make sure there's no electrical cables or water pipe behind the wall where you want to put a screw. If you're able to do that, that's not good. You're not supposed to be able. In that case, you just need to put an anchor. So pick an anchor that's about the size of the screw, make a hole in the wall, plug in the anchor, and then screw right into the anchor, and you're good to go. Now make sure it's leveled. Perfect. Now for a shelf, it's pretty much the same, just with more screws. The next part, some professional would say it's a little unorthodox. Pull on it. If it doesn't come out, you're good. And if it's super easy to rip out of the wall, plug some anchors in the holes. Although you should absolutely use a level before putting the second screw. But Jonathan, I don't have any tools. There's no need to have the whole hardware store. Just have a small proper toolbox. A level, measuring tape, good old hammer, drill, different bits that you would need, and a small selection of nails, screws, anchors, or anything you would need to fix little things at home. And I do believe that some hardware store sell already pre-selected accoutrements box like this. This is all you need. Skill number 2, how to properly tie a tie. Listen, I don't wear ties, ever. But there are times that I might need to wear one. The same could happen to you. This will be my attempt for this video. I can't really explain. I'm not that good of a teacher. I don't even know if I remember correctly. I think I might. I mean, it's not perfect, but oh no. This is supposed to be this. Yeah, I need more practice. Number 3 I saw often is learn how to dress yourself. And we're not talking about buying thousands of dollars worth of trendy clothes and follow every trend to the T, but mostly just talking about the basics, how to be properly put together in any situation. And it's really not hard. Keep it simple. Neutral color pieces so everything matches together. Black, white, gray, navy, brown, beige, and less is more in many cases. And the thing you should focus on the most when it comes to style, the fit. Know your body type. And it is said to be a true confidence booster. I fully approve this message. Number 4, reading a watch. We're so used to convenience that our brain becomes a little bit lazy. And there's a study that actually shows 50 to 60% of young adults cannot read an analog watch. And I get it, it can be confusing if you've never learned how to read the time on this, so that's why you start with a dial that has the numbers. Also, other than looking amazing and distinguished, it's supposedly very good to your brain to be able to do so. Skill number 5. Learning how to drive, specifically stick shift manual. I've met so many grown adults that don't know how to drive. You know, at some point you might need to move a car or help someone drive them in case of emergency. Or when you're traveling, renting a car with manual transmission in a foreign country. It happened to me once in Belgium when I was on a tattoo convention. My friend got super sick and I had to drive his car. And on top of having to drive his car in the roundabout continent of the world, it was a stick shift. So I refreshed my skills in the parking lot just to make sure I got a hang of his car, and there we went. Driving is a skill that everyone should have. I stand by this message. Skill number 6, changing a tire. I've never done it, but I'm pretty sure I could. Skill number 7, Parallel park. I know, it sucks. I prefer going front first as well. But sometimes you won't have a choice. Number 8 is knowing where to cut the water in your apartment. Hot water tank, under your sink, the toilet. Water damage is a real pain in the... So if you can limit the damage, if God forbid something bad happens, know where to cut the water in your apartment. I stand behind this message. Number 9. How to reset a breaker. Sometimes you might have too many electrical things working together at the same time and can cause what the professional call an electrical circuit overload. So that thing's gonna jump, shutting off this whole circuit so your house doesn't burn down. Then you just have to unplug or turn off some of those electrical, set that back, and you should be fine. Skill number 10, basic cooking skills. You need to be able to feed yourself if need be. But for some reason, the internet chose how to cook an egg and rice in a pot. If you can master cooking these two, they're supposed to be a major stepping stone in your culinary journey. They both require a variety of skills. Heat management, water to grain ratio, timing, hot pan. That means it's hot enough. Oil, crack an egg on flat surface. Let it cook until you're happy. You don't even have to flip it, just sunny side up. Let it rip like this, that's it. I think it took 4 minutes. Pot, 1 cup of rice. Wash your rice about 3 times until the water is not blurry. 1.5 cups of water. Add a little bit of olive oil or butter. Yeah, butter is really good, but I don't have any right now. Bring to a boil and stir for 10 seconds. Then put this to low, cover it, timer for 12 minutes. Don't you open that for the next 12 minutes. Let the rice and water do its thing. 12 minutes even, shut it off, and fluff, and fluff. It's not stuck at the bottom. Let's see the texture now. Perfect. But you know, I get it. That cooking is not for everyone. So you could just take the easy path. That works too. Skill number 11. Use your opposite hand. Writing, brushing your teeth, cooking, holding your phone. Doing that, not only you start using more of your body, but also you make new connections in your brain, which can be bad. It's crazy the compounded interest of a 5-minute daily practice do after 2 years. (11A). I just found out that juggling is supposed to be a great skill to have. Supposed to lower stress. Pretty good at this, I think. Supposed to be beneficial for eye movement coordination. Skill number 12, learn a second language. Any other language, it doesn't matter. Although if you have an interest in a more popular one, it would make it easier to practice. But if learning a weird small island dialect is your thing, just go right ahead. Just for the fact that it's a huge plus for your cognitive function. Supposedly one of the best workout for your brain. And no need for perfection, just doing for fun, to be able to listen to radio, to watch a movie. As long as you make yourself understood and you can understand basic living situations, already an amazing feat on its own. Number 14 on the must-have skill list. Learn how to be comfortable alone. However, I'll be making a full video about this because I am planning a trip by myself. Think about it. You never have the need to wait on anyone to go to the movies, the restaurant, the museum, whatever you want to do. Imagine having the self-confidence of just going. I truly believe that being comfortable alone is in itself a superpower. And I know you might think that, oh, you know what, people are gonna look at me, what are they gonna think? I'm telling you, people are not looking at you thinking, look at that fucking loser being alone. If anything, people will admire you for the confidence you have. Skill number 15. Swimming. No need to be professional. I think if you can't just keep your head out of the water and able to swim yourself out of a pickle is all you really need, and in fact is a very good skill to have. I approve. Number 16 skill to have, CPR. Unfortunately, this is one I do not have yet, so don't you start dying beside me because I won't know what to do. That is something I really have to change. Skill number 17, discomfort tolerance. Intense exercises, extreme sport, cold shower, fasting. Do try to discover your limits. Being too comfortable can be a hindrance. I approve that skill. Number 18, basic survival skills. These are definitely a good skill set to have. You never know what's gonna happen. However, I'm a real city boy, so if we're stuck together in the woods and you don't know how to start a fire, we're screwed. My camping and survival skills repertoire is very limited. I definitely should work on that. Number 19, learn how to take accountability. Too many people go through life blaming everybody else for everything that happens to them. The sooner you take accountability for your action, the more in control of your life you will feel. That is definitely a good skill to have. Life skill number 20, meditation. Forget about the chakras, forget about the mantras, forget about... Just being able to close your eyes and focus breathe for 10 breaths is all you need for a midday stress relief reset. Being able to keep you cool in a stressful situation is considered a great skill to have. Number 21 on the list is one that I saw coming back often as well. Basic grooming and proper hygiene. Taking care of your skin, your hairs, clipping your finger and toenails, changing your underwear and not just flip them around. It is a good skill to have, and it really can improve your mood, give you self-confidence, as well as not spreading a bunch of germs around. Life skill number 22, how to do laundry. Listen, I once met a 27-year-old woman that did not know how to operate a washer and dryer. If you are over 16 years old, in my humble opinion, you should know how to wash your clothes. Get to it. Number 23, exercising at home. Chin up, push up, abs, lunges, squat. You don't need anything but your body and a floor. Give in for the chin up, you need a chin up bar. I do agree with that skill. Everyone should have basic knowledge of exercising, and it fits quite well with skill number 24. Learning how to motivate yourself. Stop looking outwards for motivation and start looking inwards. Number 25. Learn how to become curious. And I can stand behind that because I am a very curious man. Force yourself into a rabbit hole. If you like something, just try to learn everything you can about that thing, even about subject you don't think it would interest you. Expand your horizon. Go see movies that are not your style. Read a book that is not your style. It makes for great conversation, it makes you smarter, it makes life a lot more interesting. Number 26, money management. Especially when we like the stuff we like to talk about here. Watches, clothes, boots, tattoos. This shit costs money, so if you don't know how to manage your money, you won't be able to enjoy what life has to offer. It is a life skill that everyone should learn as early as possible. I approve this message. Skill number 27, learning how to adapt. Too often I see people quitting the endeavor that they had started in the first sign of adversity. Life is not linear, but rather organic, and even if you wished that life was more predictable, it's not. So if you learn how to adapt, how to embrace change, the unknown won't be so scary anymore, and it becomes easier to accept life as it comes. And instead of quitting what you have started, you'll be adapting to the new circumstances. That is a great skill to have. Skill number 29, traveling. Traveling is one of the most beautiful experiences, and I think everyone should try it. Not only you learn about other culture and meet new people, but you learn a lot about yourself. You expand your mind, you make memories, you create new stories, you meet new people. It makes you see life in a complete different perspective. You know, I'm not one to regret. I don't have any regret in my life, but if I need to force one upon myself, it would be that I did not start traveling younger. Number 29 is one that I thought it was a little bit funny, is riding a bike. You know what? I get it. You should know how to operate any more or less transportation. You never know when you're gonna need it. It could come a time when you need to cycle yourself out of a pickle. Number 30, the last very popular skill to have, getting out of your comfort zone. And I see this one as doing things that you wouldn't usually do just for the experience. I was tattooing my neighbor, and while we were discussing, she was telling me that she was having a hard time finding someone reliable to waterproof her deck. So I said, I could do that. Then she said, for real? Then I said, well, yeah, I've never done it, but how hard could it be? Then I went on YouTube, watched a couple of videos, Google how to do it, and got to work. Got a little bit sketchy from time to time, but I made it in one piece. Now, is it perfect? Of course not, but she knew I was doing that for fun and just for an experiment and for the experience. So as long as the deck was still there in one piece and waterproofed, she was happy. Then the next neighbor, when he saw me doing it, he asked me if I could do his. I said no, one time is enough. Was I ever planning to waterproof a deck? Absolutely not. But it presented itself to me, and I you know, why not? You might even find something that you really like to do. What else would you add to that list of life skill that everyone should know? Please do share with the group in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next one.